There's a bear on the road. I kid you not. I think a black bear.
Good morning internet, it is 7:15 in the morning and welcome back to the channel. Welcome here in Canada, in Creston. I have a small kitchen where I'm staying, so today's breakfast is made by me. And I got myself some banana porridge. So let's see what this first real ride in Canada is gonna bring. It's going to be 380 kilometers, I think, so that's fine. I think the main concern for the coming rides is gonna be the weather. It's a little bit unpredictable. I've been watching the weather forecast, but it just kind of says rain clouds, thunderstorms type thing for the entire area every day. So there's like 60-70% chance of rain. So surely I'm gonna get some today, but let's just keep our fingers crossed that it's not too bad. So I'm quickly going to finish this breakfast, get up my new map, and then hit the road. Okay, let's have a quick look at my new map. I am right over here, this little dot, just at the border. And today I want to end up somewhere, I think it's somewhere over here. So I'll be riding, oh, I guess through the mountains. Somewhere over here. So yeah, that's not very far if you look at how enormous Canada is. But let's give it a go.
Oh, I'm heading straight for those dark clouds. On course. 354 k's. Wildlife corridor, moose, elk and deer. Everything looks so mysterious with all this early morning mist and fog. You see that there through the trees? Stunning, right? What an excellent way to start the day of riding. Starting in the forest. It's perfect. The sun is just peeking through the clouds. Like there has been quite a lot of rainfall here too. Looking at those streams. I'm so happy I put on some new rubber in Missoula, because now the whole of Canada pretty much I won't have to worry, and I got nice grippy tires. Just rides so much better. Look at that! There is the sun and blue sky. Maybe I get lucky after all with the weather. I am riding in an area that is called the Rocky Mountains Trench, and it is the longest valley in North America because it stretches all the way from Alaska all the way down to Montana. And it is so big that you can even see it from space. How about that? And basically that means that I'm riding in between the Rocky Mountains on the east and the Columbia Mountains on the west. And I'm riding right in between. Well, the reason that this trench is here, or well actually that the Rocky Mountains are here, because the fact that the Rocky Mountains are here is quite unusual in a way, because maybe I should just stop for a second. Because the story of the Rocky Mountains is actually, it's all kind of connected. Remember the video that I made in Yellowstone, and where I was talking about the North American plate moving westward and the Pacific plate sliding underneath it, because the continental plate is less dense, so it's more buoyant. Well, the thing is, those plate tectonics also resulted in the formation of the Rocky Mountains, but what you would expect is those mountains to be forming right at the edge, right where the plate movement is happening. But the Rocky Mountains instead are, what is it now? About, what was it? I think it's about 1,000 miles inland. So what they think is happening is that right at the point where the Pacific plate slides underneath the North American plate, instead of kind of a vertical motion downwards, the plate is actually sliding underneath like this. And that movement, that sliding of the Pacific plate right underneath the North American plate, that, well, I can't I can't fold my hand like this. You'd actually need a paper, but anyway, that causes the Rocky Mountains to be uplifted, and all that movement also causes a lot of faults. And the trench here that I'm riding through, that is the result of faults. And well, over time, as the Rocky Mountains are uplifting, the valley has also been eroded more and more because of rivers. And all of that movement and those fault lines, they also result in a lot of hot springs. So along the trench here, there are several places. You got Radium hot springs and Fairmont hot springs, and they're all the result of fault lines running. So you have rain and snow water from the top of the mountains that goes downwards through these fault lines, and well, it depends a little bit how far they go down, but some of these faults, they will run 5 kilometers below the surface, where the water is heated up, pressurized, and it comes up in the valleys as hot springs. So that's why these hot springs, you'll find them in the valley and not on top of the mountain. The temperature of the hot spring, that just depends a little bit on how deep the water has been in the earth and kind of how much it cools down when it comes up again. Okay, let me put my goggles back on, because my eyes are watering because of the cold. Oh, it is so beautiful here. I'm loving it. Go to the left, yes. Oh, there's so many deer. Just before there were 2 of them as well. Usually I don't catch them on camera because they're so fast. So unless I'm already filming, I don't capture them, but man, I have seen so many deer already in the United States and now already here in Canada. It's pretty amazing. Here I'm finally crossing the river. This is the Kootenai River. The amount of trees that are being taken by the water. It's just wow, the force of that water, right? You can actually see those trees are in the water, so the river is definitely a lot bigger than usual. Oh, this is amazing. What an amazing ride again. And well, this time I checked all the elevation lines on this route to make sure I'm not encountering any snow anymore. And of course you never know, because it's not always at the same elevation exactly. Sometimes it's a bit lower, sometimes a bit higher. But my gut feeling is that as long as I stay at around 1700 or below, I'm fine. So I should be able to ride this route without any issues. Oh, it just started raining again. A little bit. Oh, for a second I was thinking, huh? This is supposed to be a road, but you can open it. There you go. Just to keep wildlife in, I'd say. Okay. Does it close automatically? I think it will. Let me just wait to make sure. Yeah, all working. Alright, is this right? No. This is the road. Not sure. Beaverfoot Forest. Am I allowed here? I don't know. This is confusing. Let's see if I can ask someone what the deal is. Because why would they say public access and then put a gate here? It's a bit weird. very confusing. Anyone here? Toilets. Maybe I'll just knock on the door here. There's a car. Nobody home. There is nobody here. Maybe it's only hiking then? I don't know. I have a feeling this is not allowed. Find another way then. Just not really sure what this is then. It's a fire department or something. But fire base. There's nobody here. Alright, then I'll just go around this. I'll go towards Radium Hot Springs and just take it from there. With some bad weather up those mountains too. This is spectacular. Look at the light shining on the snowy mountains there. Wow. Really beautiful. It has been raining for the last, wow, what is it, 70 kilometers? It's almost dry now. Look at this. Wow, amazing, amazing. Welcome to the Rocky Mountain Trench. See, there's also a train going down there.
Don't forget your blue umbrella. It's gonna rain today. Never trust a bright blue sky. I heard the people say, don't forget your blue umbrella. It's gonna rain today. Take it with you, don't ask why. It's easy to laugh when you're dry. Those clouds are miles away. Ooh, yeah.
I have arrived in a town called Golden, and I'm gonna stay the night here. This was not the plan. I'll tell you in a second what happened and why I'm gonna stay the night here. But yeah, in any case, it's 5:10. I went through another time zone. At some point, suddenly, it was an hour later. So I also lost an hour there. But in any case, it's actually not a bad place, I think, to stay. Look at this dramatic backdrop. Unbelievable. Look at that. Pretty awesome. Oh, here's that train. Saw that railway. Seawater levels also seem really high up here. I mean, maybe this is normal, but it seems pretty high to me.
Okay, so I found a place to stay tonight. It is extremely noisy here. I can literally hear every word that's being spoken by the people staying in the rooms next to me. It's almost like they are in the room, but anyway, that's a different story. Yeah, so I can't believe today. Okay, first I'm gonna share this. I saw 2 bears today. And I didn't catch either of them on camera. So the first one, it was a massive, massive black bear. So I was riding on the dirt road through the forest and I was thinking, okay, this is a good spot to fly the drone. So I stop, I get off the bike, and as I'm taking out the drone from my bags, I don't know, I'm looking ahead of me and I'm like, what is that? And first I was like, okay, whatever. I look again. I'm like, is it a person? And I'm looking and I realize it is a huge black bear, but it's walking away from me. So then I thought, okay, let's just put the drone away and, you know, see if I can get a bit closer. But as soon as I started the bike, I could already see that it was starting to run, and then it just ran into the forest. So by the time I reached there, it was gone.
It's a bear. There's a bear on the road. I kid you not. I think a black bear. It went into the forest somewhere here.
So that was pretty amazing. And then the next time I saw, I don't know if it was a grizzly bear or a brown bear. It was quite big. I think it was a grizzly bear, but I'm not entirely sure. But that was on the side of the tar road on the other side. And there was just, it was on the highway. So all these people, or highway, or like a main road, I think. It was the 90, I don't know the number of the road. But anyway, there was people in their cars parked just in front of it, so they blocked the view. So I also couldn't film that one. Anyway, where I planned to end up today was in the area called Beaverfoot, and that's where I found the electric fence. And from there it was supposed to be 50 kilometers on a dirt road. But then, you know, I turned back there and I thought, okay, I'll just ride around and then go from the other side. And then when I reached Radium Hot Springs, I thought, let me actually check my email, because I made a booking via Airbnb. And I checked and they replied, and I made the booking the day before, so yesterday. And they said, oh, it's too short notice, you can't come and stay. So then I was like, okay, well, it's good that I knew that and not rode all the way in there and then had to turn back. So then I was like, okay, what to do now? And then I realized, okay, the time is actually an hour. I lost an hour of time because I went to a different time zone. And well, then it was like 4 o'clock and I was like, what do I do now? And I thought, okay, let me get as close as possible to where I was planning to end up today. And that was this town, Golden. So yeah, now I'm here. So not much went according to plan today, and also not much of like the more exciting stuff I managed to capture on camera, unfortunately. But yeah, these days happen as well, and I did my best. Let me put it that way. So yeah, that was the first real ride in Canada, and it was beautiful. It was amazing. Unfortunately, quite a lot of rain, but yeah, I knew that was coming. Tomorrow the weather forecast looks relatively good, so I'm only gonna stay here one night. It is so noisy here that I don't want to stay 2 nights anyway. So it's gonna be an earplug night tonight, and then tomorrow I'm gonna leave early. So that was it for today. I hope you liked this first episode in Canada. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up, subscribe down below, and then I'll see you in the next video.